All right. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Samuel Archer, your host. This is the Muzilog magazine podcast, and we have a special guest in the building. She goes by the name Dayna Madison, and we want to welcome her to the show. Dayna Madison, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good. Technology is such a beautiful thing. I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, and we're in a virtual whatever it is, and we can talk to each other in real time. Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. God bless.
It's amazing. It's like wow, thank God for technology in the right situation.
In the right situations,
Right
specifically.
situation. Yeah, so where do you hail from? And do you reside where you hail from as well?
So I'm from La Mirada, California. It's right in between LA County and Orange County. Um,
Hmm.
that's where I'm from, and now I live in downtown LA.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And so you're close to like the Anaheim area around there?
That's exactly where I grew up. That kind of area. I think my home was about 15 minutes from Anaheim. So yeah, right there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I do visit Anaheim sometimes for the NAM event.
Oh
Sometimes I
yeah.
come up for them, and I haven't been there in a few while. I mean, COVID really knocked me off the track with
Trust
coming
me, I
out
get
there.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, we want to talk about your new music. You just dropped a new single. I want to know because I like the record. I like that hook you do on the end. It's really, really nice.
Thank you.
What's the story behind that song?
Woo! The story behind that song. I think it's one that we all can relate to.
Mm.
When you go through a breakup and you're kind of fighting the feelings, like you know that you had to break up and that it was the right decision, but something is still holding you back a little bit. The song is called "Don't Want to Miss You," and unfortunately, when you miss someone that you're not supposed to be missing or that you know you shouldn't be, that's just kind of how you feel at the end of the day. I just don't want to miss you anymore. So the song is really just me not really fighting the feelings of missing this person, but more acknowledging them and just coming to terms with how I'm feeling and letting you guys hear that as well.
So, is this in a artistic spirit or is this from a real life?
Oh, this is real life. This is
Oh my
oh,
God.
this is real life.
Okay.
Obviously it's from an artistic spirit, but it's yeah, the music that I make is definitely from my personal experiences. I feel like that's the most authentic way to make art, from experience.
Mm. Okay, well, sorry for the guys who just tap in. I'm one of the people that tap into the story.
Hmm.
If I didn't experience it myself,
Yeah.
but hey, if you're in the kitchen and it's kind of hot, and you know to sing about it,
You gotta do what you gotta
um,
do.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, Wyclef had a record called "Someone Please Call 911."
Hmm.
Is there some sort of a close relation type thing in there?
Not for this record, but that was a good question.
Okay,
You just had
okay.
to make sure.
All right. And what was it like coming up with the material? Now, is this your first song or?
No, so I've been making music for about 6, 7 years now, and I've
Okay.
had many
Okay.
releases before, but this song definitely for me is a lot more aligned, I think, with who I am versus
Mm-hmm.
some of the stuff that I've released already. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this is definitely the beginning of getting into Dayna Madison's life, you know? So everything that I
Okay.
release from here on out is going to be more, a little bit more personal, whether it's
Okay.
happy or sad or like reflective. It's, this is me.
Wow, you're being like really transparent with this. It's like you're just letting it
Vulnerable.
all, yeah, letting it all
Yeah.
out there. That's
You got to lay it on the
wow.
table.
Wow. You know, what about people that are a little bit
People that are
reserved?
more reserved, you said?
Yeah, like some might be reserved. What do you
Yeah.
because you're letting it all out there? It sounds like
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
to a degree, to a degree.
For sure.
Um, so how you feel about those who might be a little bit reserved and say what they want to say? um, with a little shade in it. And this is just creative, not like from a personal, like real life. I'm just being. We're still in the metaphoric creativity type of a dynamic.
Right. I would say because I feel like I'm a little bit more reserved when it comes to sharing my emotions, like in real life,
Hmm.
versus, well, also in music, that was how it was for a while as well. But,
Hmm.
as we grow older and more comfortable with ourselves and our truth and our vulnerability, it just becomes a little easier once you just kind of let it on the table. And even if no one knows your actual life, you still have your privacy and everything. I just think
Hmm.
it's important to be authentic, especially when making art and music and stuff like that. I just feel like when you're authentic in the booth and you're listening, you're making the music, what you're feeling, the listener will be feeling too. So even if you're
Mm.
reserved in your private life and with your feelings and all, I think that's really important to do. Just kind of let it out. That can be your release.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you work with a particular producer, or was it a team? Was it a band? What did that look like?
Yeah. So with this record, this is probably one of my favorite times in the studio to create a record because
Mhm.
we had producer and engineer Q. He's incredible, incredible writer as well. We had my friend Taylor AP Williams, who was on the guitar and the bass in the song,
Mm.
and he's incredible as well, as you can hear. And then
Mhm.
we had Miranda Thomas as a writer in there as well as me and my manager Andre Ryder. So it was just a very authentic and genuine way to create the song, and it was perfect. Like I walked into the studio that day and they had already done some of the guitar chords and stuff like that, and walked in, talked about how I was feeling, and then we just started to get to writing, and it was easy, easy in the sense where we just all gelled together to create something magical.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And so you said you walked in like you had the experience, and then you came in after the experience.
yeah. So
Like
the
it
experience
was
that
it was pretty fresh when you.
yeah, I'm like trying to remember the timeline of it all, but it was it was
It was
pretty fresh at the moment. Um,
okay, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty fresh. So I had walked in knowing what I was feeling already and just walking into that, trying to tap into what I have tried to put on the back burner.
Mhm, mhm,
So
mhm.
getting in the studio and doing that it was really nice. And also being able to share my experience with people who were helping me write the song and create the song. It was a very vulnerable moment, but I think I needed that, obviously.
I tap in a little bit to when Jam and Lewis started working with Janet, and they
Hmm.
spoke about the creative process.
Yeah.
And they were just doing like real life things. They went out, they hung out, and then then she realized, but we were doing this yesterday, we were singing about it today type thing.
Yeah.
So it's sort of interesting to see that you're somewhat in a similar way with this record. And it seems like it might be the path you you um you take. Now, do you
Yeah.
play any instruments at all?
Unfortunately, I don't. I don't. I wish I played piano and guitar. I feel like those would be the ones that I would, you know, kind of master. I have my long piano fingers, so I need to put those to use. But
Well,
no
it's
instruments.
never too late. I mean,
You're right.
never too late.
Never too late. I just got to find the time, which you could make time for anything that you want. So
That's
I
true.
could definitely make
That's
some
true.
time.
And you have the ultimate instrument right here. Yeah,
I do. The
yeah,
voice.
yeah. You have the voice. You have the ultimate instrument. Yes, yes. So now, I guess how I'm going to put this question in terms of the records you've done before. Like, were you a part of a group, and then now you're going solo, or were you solo then and continuing?
I've always been just a solo artist.
Hmm.
I there's always a thought like maybe a girl group would be fun or would be cool.
Mm.
Um, but I feel like growing up, I always competed in dance, and I was always with a group for the most part.
Hmm.
So finding myself on my own as an artist I think, has really shaped who I am, not only as a person but as a singer as well. So I'm not sure if any groups are in my future, but they haven't been in my past. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay. And this single is a part of a full record eventually.
eventually, yes. I
Okay.
I have a lot of songs in the archives that eventually will be
Mhm.
gathered together into an EP or album kind of situation. So yeah, this is definitely a first look at what's to come.
Okay. Okay. Now, what would you want music lovers to gather from your vibe? Like what about Dana is going to be like a signature that they can look up, maybe a signature brand, so to speak.
Yeah, I feel like my signature when it comes to being an artist or just a person is like I have a lot of layers to me, which most people do. You know, I have a lot of layers. There's gonna be days where I want to be sad and just kind of emo, and then there's gonna be days where I want to dance and just let loose. And I feel like with my music, whatever you hear from me, you just know that that is who I am. You know, at the given point, at the given day, that's just who I am. So I hope that the listeners will can gather that. Like some days I'll be a little bit silly, and maybe while I'm silly, I'm sad. You know, you never know. You never know when it comes to me.
I didn't mean to laugh when you said layers. I have this thing when I have this other radio show that I do,
Uh,
and I think I remember talking on it. I say, yes, you ladies have a lot of layers. Ladies have so many layers.
a lot of layers.
So you said it, and I just had like a little moment there.
Little
So
moment.
yes, yes, yes. So have you, you know, I like your vocal tonality and your control.
Thank you.
Now was that from like maybe like a church background, or was mom a singer, or you know, where did that come from?
I have no church background. I never grew up singing in the church. Mind you, when I said I've been making music for about 6, 7 years, that's the first time I ever really started singing out loud. Like I could always sing. That definitely runs in the family on both sides. Like my dad's side, all of him and his sisters could sing, and his parents and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And my mom's side can sing as well. So it's just that part is in me. But I never grew up with
Mm.
any type of training or anything. It's just what you hear is what you get. What you're
Oh,
hearing is what I was hearing for the first time too.
I heard some chops. I was like, wow. I like that, especially the line on the end. You do like you sort of do like a
Little.
verse. Yeah,
Uh.
like yeah. I was like, okay, and
So
it's kind of hectic. I was like, okay, all right. You know, did she have a music teacher beating that into her? Yeah, sing it this way.
no, not for that. Not at all.
Okay, okay, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Um, so let's see what else I have here. And no, did you do a music video for this record?
No music video for this record just yet. I was really
Hmm.
focusing on creating a lot of content. You know, grabbing grabbing more attention through my social media, which has been working. Thank God. I've been putting a lot of work into that. So, but there may be a music video at some point. You know, I'm just really more focused on the quality of the music first,
Hmm.
and um, hopefully with what I'm doing, I'll be able to budget a music video soon.
Okay. Now this is just me being nosy.
Mhm.
How do you feel as an artist? You're a new artist today. The industry was one way 20 years ago. A lot of the artists you liked probably started maybe 10, 15 years ago, maybe you know,
Mhm.
for your age group. And
Mhm.
then that became a different thing. And then now we're streaming. It's a whole different
Whole different
type
thing.
of a dynamic. Do you feel like you're about to climb a, you know, Mount Everest with this? Or do you feel like that there's a space in the industry, or how you're going to carve that path? You know, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, like with any career, you know, it's always going to be a Mount Everest. You're always going to be on
Hmm.
the up climb.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but I feel like there's definitely a space for me, for sure. I feel like I'm creating a space for me that maybe doesn't exist yet or that didn't exist before I started doing music. And
Hmm.
like I said, it's always an upward climb. And like the mountain seems huge if you're at the bottom, but if you just keep your head down and keep climbing and doing the work, the mountain becomes much smaller. So I'm I'm doing my work. I'm putting my time in, making sure that I, you know, stay grounded and also am working hard. So yeah, the mountain is big, but we're climbing.
I like your answer. I like
Yeah,
your
thank
answer.
you.
I remember. I mean, the more things change, the more things stay the same. They say.
Exactly.
When I was running around with shopping tracks and trying to sell this and sell that and meetings at labels and things like that.
Hmm.
Um, you felt like this can happen right away. Certain things happened right away,
Yeah.
but not everything happened.
Right.
And so there's this emotional, you're on this emotional ride as a creative. So
Hmm.
to get to this point, and I'm asking you, okay, well, because I've seen all types of uh dynamics in terms of the label felt this way and then the artist felt that way and they couldn't agree on this, and
Hmm.
so I just wanted to see what your perspective on that would be. So one of the things I'm curious about, you had some music featured on two shows. Yeah.
Couple
Yeah,
shows.
yeah, yeah. Why can't you share that with my audience? Please
Let's
share.
let's share that. I've been very fortunate to have multiple songs be, in sync. Um,
Hmm.
so that means, songs will be on TV shows or series
Hmm.
or commercials, things like that. One of my favorite placements that I've had is my song Priceless.
Hmm.
I think it's
Hmm.
Priceless. Yeah, it's Priceless. And that was featured on Bel-Air. Um, I've been very fortunate to have those placements. So yeah, it's
Congratulations,
exciting. It's crazy to be
congratulations.
watching a show and then to hear your song and be like, I forgot. That's me. It's on there. It's crazy.
Yes, congratulations. That is not easy to do.
Thank you.
you know.
I definitely am I have a great team. My manager is
Hmm.
incredible with placement work and things of that
Mm.
nature. So yeah, I've been fortunate. Definitely.
So to my listening audience, she said something interesting. She has a great team. Ah, you see that? I like that. That's like, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, you can't do it alone. So I am able to do my job well because the people around me do their job better even.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's good to have a team. You can't do everything by yourself, and that's something that we all have to learn and come to terms with sometimes.
Yes, yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, any like shows or performances upcoming that we can look out for? Maybe a movie.
I've for a while I've been, I'm a dancer as well, and I've been dancing behind Tony Braxton right for about a year and a half now. We just had our last show last weekend in
Wow.
Cincinnati. So, but for me personally, there are no shows coming up just yet. Hopefully that
Hmm.
changes very soon. I'm ready to get back on
Okay.
stage and start performing my music. But
Mhm.
nothing just yet. But when I do have something, you'll be the first to know.
Yes, please, please.
Absolutely.
Consider yourself family after
Yes.
today. Muzilog.
Yes.
The Muzilog magazine spot. I proudly say, we are the home of indie artists.
I love that.
So yeah, yeah. Plus, we have the radio station, so it's about to get wild.
It's about to get wild.
Wow. Yeah.
I love it.
So before we go, I normally personalize my guests when they come through. Don't worry, I'm
Mhm.
not going to ask you about what you did last week. You know what? I don't even know what you did last week.
You can ask at your own risk.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I got to entertain the audience a little bit. I got to mess with you. So, so, what is your favorite color?
Ooh, I have a few favorite colors. A few. I would
Mm.
say like olive green. Love olive green. I love a nice burnt orange as well. And I love this color actually, like a nice burgundy, deeper tone red.
Mm.
Love. What's your
Okay.
favorite color?
I sort of hang with black and gray. I'm kind of like in that
I
area.
love that. Very vibrant. Perfect.
Oh, black. I thought it was dull. Yes, yes. But the olive green. Like, what? Anything special about the olive green for you?
I don't know. It's just something about like it just feels like naturey and very serene, very calming. And I like that. Even my wall in my room actually is olive green. I painted it even though I'm not supposed to, but I did paint it. And it just gives
Okay.
like a nice, calm, serene vibe.
Mm. Any
Yeah.
candles and incense and stuff?
Big candle girl. Love candles.
Ah, okay. Okay. All right. That's good. So
Yes.
so the other thing I'm going to ask you is, when Dana is in the kitchen, what does Dana like? What's your favorite thing to prepare in the kitchen?
Oh, I love to cook. Oh, this is hard. This is a hard one.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's
Okay. That's
hard.
good. I like that. I like asking hard questions.
Yeah, it's a hard one. I actually am always so inspired, like scrolling online, like on Instagram, and I see the reels and everything. I always try new recipes. I don't know if I have a favorite thing to
Mm,
cook. Something that's just easy is like, a good old nice baked chicken.
mm.
And I love like green beans with like turkey next to them. I'm a great cook. Ask anyone. I'm a
Okay.
great chef.
All
But I
right.
like to cook new things all the time. I get inspired a lot. And if I see something on TikTok or on Instagram Reels or something, I will cook it that day. I'll be like, that's what I want. I'm gonna make that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm gonna do a cook-off with the guests who came on the show one day.
Okay.
Maybe invite you guys to this one place and we do a cook-off and hang out with some music
At
and
your own
hang out.
risk, because the
Yeah.
cook off, I'm winning. Hate to
Yeah.
say it.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't be judging anything, but I'm
That's
definitely
okay.
going to be eating. So,
We'll just be eating, and that's fine. No winners, just all food. I'm fine with that too.
all right. Let me see how that. I don't know if it's going to be online or if we're going to find a spot somewhere and do it. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how
That
that
would be
works.
so fun.
Yeah. Cook off. That's because these questions I'm asking, pretty much all the artists have
Hmm.
answered. You have those who answered truthfully and said, "Hey, I just do coffee." Some just say, "Hey, I don't even do anything in the kitchen." And then I've met a few. They say, "I do recipes. I
Yeah.
keep recipes," and then those who say, "I throw down." So okay, I'm gonna have to put all you guys to the test one of these
But
days.
it's in the same room. We got to test that out.
Yes, that's how it's gonna be. You guys have to be in the same room, and we're gonna make it something interesting. So I'm thinking
Yes.
about it. I'm thinking about
Okay. Well, you let me know when it
it.
happens, because I'll be there.
Okay, all right. Listening audience, viewing audience, you heard her here. Okay, we're gonna hold her to it.
Okay.
And my third question is,
Hmm.
who is rocking in your MP3 player for the last week or so?
Oh, okay. I definitely do have a favorite song right now, and I'm
Mm.
sure it's a lot of people's favorite songs too. It is "Folded" by Kalani. Oh, that song is
Ah,
so good. It is so. Have you heard it? Have you heard the song?
I heard some of the new stuff. I heard some of the new stuff. I'm not sure if I know exactly. I'm kind of older head, so
It's okay.
but I'm saying, but I'm gonna check it out though. I'm
You
gonna
have
check
to.
it
It's
out.
"Folded" by Kalani. So good. So well written, and
Hmm.
it's just something that I feel like a lot of, if not everyone, a lot of women can connect to. Um,
Mm.
it's just so well written, and her background vocals are very like brandy. How it's so many layers
Mm.
and everything. It's just pleasing to my ears. It's so good.
Okay,
It's so good. You
I'm,
gotta
I'm
listen to
gonna
it.
I'm gonna. It's called Folded.
Folded, yeah.
Folded. All right, cool. And anyone else you've been rocking with?
So here's my thing. When I am obsessed with a song, I will listen to that song until my ears can't take it anymore. So even if I've been listening to other artists, I like the only thing that's in my mind right now is just that song. I don't know
Mm.
what it is. There's drugs in that song or something, because I'm in it. I'm addicted. I'm addicted.
You see, you probably missed the cassette era. You know, you know the cassette era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I missed that. But
you missed
I
that.
was in
Yeah.
the era where we had our little CD players with the headphones. I was in that era.
Well, you see, the tape one is better because with the tape, when you love the song and you
Uh-huh.
play the song till the tape stretch, you knew that was the joint.
That was the
when
one.
when the tape is like,
And he knew it
it's
was time
like
for a new song, new
it's a
obsession.
wrap on that tape. You killed it.
That's how I feel. I've been playing the song like crazy, and I feel like my ears are gonna fall off listening to that song. Like I love it. It's so good.
Okay. Well, Dana, is there anything else you wanted to talk about that I didn't get to ask you?
No, I think we hit everything. You even got my favorite color, my favorite meals to cook. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're on a first name basis now. We're close.
Yes, yes. So this was amazing. Um, it was a blessing. I'm happy to
Yes.
be able to meet you, get
Same.
to know your music. We're going to introduce it to our audience here.
Yay.
Consider yourself family. Again, we're the
Yes.
home of indie artists.
Yes.
When we maybe less than about a week, we'll probably have one of your records in rotation somewhere,
Mhm.
so you can tune in, and the audience you can tune into, and so on. So thank you so much. All right,
Thank you
don't
so
be a
much.
stranger.
I'll be back if you'll have
Uh,
me.
yes, yes, yes.
Perfect.
And make it a great day.
Have an amazing Wednesday. It's Wednesday today, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's Wednesday. Yes, thank you so much.
Have an amazing Wednesday and an incredible rest of your day. It was so nice to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I appreciate you. Okay, we'll talk soon.